Yes, it is really encouraging. So this is research from the University of Southampton. They've looked at a certain number of people who did have that fourth jab, and they've looked at different parts of the immune system, not just antibodies, which is what people talk about a lot, but also other cells within the immune system, the T cells, and the rates of those cells, the levels of those antibodies. So our immunity really goes up when people have had a fourth jab. And what this is pointing towards going forward, as you say, is that actually we could be moving towards vaccinating further groups with this extra vaccination.
And I imagine that would be very important because COVID is still out there. Just what can you tell us in terms of the numbers or indeed how COVID is affecting people right now?
I very much feel at the moment that we have de-risked COVID. And by that, what I mean is for the majority of people who are healthy, who are vaccinated as much as possible, COVID is an infection that really doesn't cause them too much trouble. We still need to protect our most vulnerable in society, those who are clinically extremely vulnerable, who should be having extra vaccinations, the elderly who should be having extra vaccinations, and also don't forget treatment if they get COVID. We now have drugs to treat people when they get COVID. But certainly for the majority of my patients who are healthy and don't have any background health problems, they are having COVID as a mild viral illness, which is really positive compared to 2020 and even 2021.
So do you think there could be a case to widen the type of people who could actually be eligible for that new booster?
There certainly would be a case. We've got very high rates of antibodies in the community. We know that from the ongoing ONS surveys, which are done, which really show, I think it was over 99% in the last study in the last couple of weeks. So we do have good rates at the moment, but I do think we're going to move towards some sort of regular vaccination, similar perhaps to the flu vaccine program, where this just becomes part of our lives, maybe for the vulnerable people and maybe also for people like myself who are on the front line of the NHS.